Alright, there we are. What's going on, everybody? We are in Piarco International Airport. I'm psyched for this one. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is a big VATSIM event today going on in the Caribbean. I'm doing, I guess this is the third leg. They did San Juan to Juliana, then they did, I believe, Cuba up to Bahamas, and now we're doing Piarco over to Curacao, which to me is a very cool flight. So I'm pretty excited about this one. Also moderately terrified, as I haven't flown the 737 in a while, but that's all right. I don't see Mr. Wint, who was here previously on the VATSIM on VATSIM. He was, hey Bob, what's going on? So I'm flying today for Caribbean Virtual Airlines, and the guy who started it a couple of 4 or 5 years ago was on as the controller here, but I don't see him right now. Okay, so I see what happened. So now we got to go 123.7. We got to go 123.7. So let's go 123.7 here. 123.7. So I haven't done a flight into or out of Piarco in quite a while. 123.7. Let me see if the
Whiskey Golf, okay, Western Global 48 Tango, clear destination via left turn direct to Kasky, flight plan routes, climb flight level 240, squawk 6077.
Clear Kasky 240, out of runway 10,
so,
initial 240, squawk 6077, Western Global 48 Tango.
So he's doing
Western Global 48 Tango, reback correct, reported taxi.
He's doing all of...
Yeah, we are holding off 10 because previous control was offline and I couldn't contact them, but we are holding on 10.
Roger, you can line up on me running 10.
Line up on runway 10, Western Global 48 Tango.
Eagle 1339 and just confirm squawking 6024.
And he's got...
6024, I apologize, I did not really give it. I'll just give it right now.
No problem, man. Region 187 Whiskey, read identified, flight level 400, welcome on board.
Now, what are we here?
Radar Virgin 187 Whiskey, Roger, ready for the
Piarco radar, okay.
Region 187 Whiskey, Roger, when ready,
Z-Sim pilot, what's going on? We are live, sir. This is a 737-800.
Eagle 1339, I see you now. I just say
it's the only one I have.
Passing 3,500 feet, Eagle 129.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on here tonight.
Roger, identify climb flight level 320.
Climbing flight level 320, Eagle 139.
I love hearing little kids. That's great.
Person 6767, we are at Martinique, holding short on Bravo on runway 10.
Alright, let's see.
Western Global 48 Tango, runway 10, clear for takeoff, winds at Martinique, 05015
Oh, he's in
now.
Martinique, okay. So now everybody's behaving.
And computer just said for us.
I just make a left turn on departure.
Okay, Western Global 48 Tango.
Airfront 6767, did you get a clearance by chance from the last controller?
I've never been to Curacao in real life, no.
Alright, no problem. Stand by 1, let me get that for you.
But this should be fun. Piarco radar, good evening, Caribbean 402.
Thanks, 402, Piarco, good evening, go ahead.
I'd like to pick up my IFR to Curacao. We're at the gate in Piarco.
Alright, Current 402, stand by 1, and break, Air France 6767, clear to Juliana via left turn direct to Kasky, flight plan,
right down
flight level
craft here.
240, squawk 6010.
Clear to Princess Juliana, left turn direct to Kasky, squawk 6010, and can you repeat the initial climb for France?
This is the 2020 payware. It's
Flight
not,
level 240.
it's not too bad.
Initial climb to 40, France 6767, and we're ready for departure.
Airfront 6767, read back correct, and you can
it's
enter
better
runway
than
via
nothing,
Bravo,
you know,
clear
it's-
for the backtrack, report ready for departure.
Enter via Bravo and backtrack reported for departure from 6167.
Western Global 4 Tango, say passing
Who's
out.
whistling on?
We are passing 1,500 Tango Flight Tango out of 240.
Western Global 4 Tango, Roger, climb flight level. Turn left direct, Cascade, climb flight level 240.
Man, it's gonna be busy tonight.
Direct Koski and climb flight level 240. Tango Flight Tango.
Yeah, this is the 800.
402 Piarco, good afternoon. QNH at Piarco 1009, clear to Curacao via direct McGear, flight plan route, claim flight level 340, squawk 6001.
Alright, for Caribbean 402, climb direct McGear, flight level, and then as filed, flight level 340, squawk 6001. Hope that was right.
402, reback correct, report, are you pushing start?
Roger, Caribbean 402. Why I tell you, it's terrifying. when you haven't been on the radio in a while, mic fright is a thing, I tell you what. So yeah, this is the PMDG 737-800. It's a fabulous livery. I just got this
Sir
livery.
55992 Piarco, good evening. QNH
so-
at Piarco 1009, clear to Curacao
Let's get going here.
via right in there. Well, actually,
Alright.
clear to Curacao via McGear, flight plan route, claim flight level 360, squawk 6003.
Let's go departure arrival. 10. Execute.
Latest Battalion to Curacao, departing McGear, flight level 360.
3400.
003 for latest Battalion.
Sir 55992, reback correct, report, are you pushing start?
We'll get back to you when ready for push.
Boy, this is different than flying a Bonanza, I'll tell you
People
that.
255 Tango, cleared for the, from Benin, cleared for the ILS approach runway 09 and continue descent to Loud.
Clear for the LS runway 09 via Benuca and continue
let's
descent
go here.
with 255 Tango.
10. Import the weather. Alright, so flaps 5, first of all, before I forget this, which is a distinct possibility.
Jack Radar, Caribbean 1925, we got a contact me from you.
Current 1925, sorry, yeah, the last controller disconnect. He had to leave urgently, so I just want to pick you up again.
This is going to be smooth as can be, I can tell you that.
You're identified.
Trim.
Oh, Roger,
Minus
continue
$1
climb
million.
level 400, Caribbean 1925.
I don't think it should be minus $1
And I
million
just
for the trim.
confirm you are direct to Echoes.
143, 242. Okay.
We are direct to Modoc.
Okay, no problem. Continue direct to Monarchs.
And he said direct McGear. Okay.
Airfront 6767 ready for departure.
Alright, so flaps 5.
F1 6767 on a 10 clear for
N1 is
takeoff, wind
90.7.
09015 knots.
Take
Clear
off
for takeoff
2.
on Airfront
Select
6767.
temp is 40. B2 is 145. We'll get the trim from the airplane because that's clearly not correct. Alright, so let's go here.
Tango Romeo 1 Roger. Perfect. Just recycle. Actually, no, you have the correct squawk code. So identify flight level
Alright, select
60
temp
and
is
proceed on
40.
Remain on 60 and course as
Do.
well. Tango Romeo 1.
Take off 2, climb 2. Let's go flaps 5. It's going to take me a while, fellas. I haven't done this in quite a while. Alright, trim's 5.25. So, get that in.
We are ready for push button start, sir.
And there's that.
Sir 5592, pushing start as approved, face west, report of taxi.
I see what we're doing. Let's see, winds are 100 at 10.
Virgin 187 Whiskey, let's see, information, I'm sorry, QNH 1010 at Adams. Continue descent to 3,000 feet, and would you like the ILS to approach this evening?
Yes, please, if we could do the ILS.
Virgin 187 Whiskey, Roger, proceed direct Bannock, descent across Bannock, 3,000 feet, you can expect the ILS approach, the ILS will approach 180.
Let's see here, what?
3,000 feet, cross Bannock.
165.
QNH 1010, 3187 Whiskey.
And I think the course is correct. Let's take a quick look here. So what's everybody else doing tonight? 105 is the heading. I spent my afternoon gardening, which is I know is terribly exciting to hear. There's 105, 1009 both sides. Alright, now let's go arrival.
Everyone 6767, say passing altitude.
Let's see here.
Passing 4,500,
Everyone 6767 are identified.
Let's
Continue
take a
flying
look
flight level
here at what we would
240
like
and proceed to
into-
Rakowski.
Continue to
I
pursue
don't
and
think they have anything listed yet, which would actually be nice if they did. Oh, there's no, they don't even have controllers. All right, so what I'm gonna do?
Good afternoon, Galapagos 7304.
You're flying into Dublin right now. That's awesome.
7304 Piaco, good evening. Where are you?
Cash, you're not doing the RNAV 10. Let's see what the RNAV 10 looks like. You're not doing the event in the Caribbean this evening?
Okay, I see you now. You want clearance?
Yeah, LNAV, VNAV.
Airport
Is not
priority
bad.
Galapagos 7304, Roger.
Weather,
QNH
I think, is going to be fine.
Reset is 1012, cleared to Curacao via the 2x2 Foxtrot departure flight plan, route flying flight level 360, Fox 6065.
So we're going to go RNAV 11 from Mayrax.
Roger, we are cleared to Curacao, destination flight level 360, departure 2x2 Foxtrot. Squawk 6065, Galapagos 7304.
Galapagos 7304, back correct, report.
OX 1B, RNAV 11.
I will report Galapagos 7304.
OX 1 Bravo.
Tango overhead. Overhead Olido is in contact. Star 1.7. Have a good one.
Over Star 118.7. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Speed with 255 Tango.
Check our legs here.
Region 187 Whiskey from Bannock, cleared for the ILS to approach runway 09.
From Bannock, clear for the ILS to
All good. So let's get the winds.
Derek Raider, Western Global Flight Tango requesting out of cockpit 45
So
Western Global 48 Tango, that's approved. Report back.
there probably are some updates to the dynamic settings. I was gonna do this flight actually in Sim Update 5. The only reason I didn't is because I wanted to fly the 737 and I wasn't sure if because sometimes the 737 they don't get it.
Caribbean 1, that's no problem. Descend
Sometimes
to,
the PMDGs don't work in the beta,
descend to flight level 40.
and I really wanted to fly this plane, so. Alright, there's that. Legs are good. Alright, so. Let's see here. We're good to go. I think we got everything. Estimated time of departure is ASAP, baby. I gotta get myself moving. I'm already 8 minutes late. Okay, so I think I got everything set up. So, let me get my old checklist out here. That's my other new thing in 2026. I'm flying with checklists now. So, trim air is on. Recirc fans left and right are on auto, packs left and right on auto, autopilot's off, IR selectors nav, that stuff is all good to go. Fuel pump 1 is on APU. We're gonna start that bad boy. So all right. Where all the traffic is. I know there's some people here before. Whoopsie. There we go. Got some folks ready to go. Let me see here. I know, man. That overhead panel is a mess. Wouldn't it be nice clean?
Bridging 187
Nice
with
clean,
the
Airbus.
Adam just just came online, so you can contact him
Well,
now.
you gotta be getting used to this one now.
Flight, man.
Contact approach 129.350.
Ah.
187 Whiskey Taxi ATC.
Yeah, for Caribbean Airlines 554 radio check.
554, radio 5. How many?
Yeah, for Caribbean Airlines 554 with information correction with QNH 1009 at Fiasco. Requesting pre-departure
Let's go
clearance.
here.
Thank you.
Let's go there.
554, Roger. Thanks for QNH clear to destination. Left turn direct.
Squawk is set. Altimeter is set.
Gouda, flight plan route,
Altitude
flying
set.
flight level 210 and squawk 6032.
Altimeter's on. Alright, so we do have fuel in the center fuel pump, strangely enough.
Get to arrive left turn direct Goudas and confirm set level 210 and squawk 6023
Alright, so
Caribbean 554.
Yeah, flight level 210 and squawk 6032.
Roger, 210 and squawk 6032 Caribbean 554.
You're back, 554, you're back correct? Report ready, push and
probes
start.
on. Hydraulic pumps all coming on. Boy, this is taking me a while.
I said 592 ready to taxi. We just confirmed.
Let's see here. Alright, so I think we're pretty
After
good.
5592, taxi holding point Alpha 1 on a 10 via Whiskey Alpha.
RTO. And, alright,
Alpha 1 number
we're good to
10
go. So,
via Whiskey Alpha.
let's make sure everything's
That's it, 592.
clear here. Alright, ground vehicles.
Good afternoon,
all
Piarco
done.
Center, United 437 at flight level 350.
Yeah, 437 Piacura, good evening.
Alright.
Identify flight level 350, proceed on course.
Wilco,
There
United
you go.
437.
You ready to see? Ready to see somebody think too much? Watch this. Alright. Go off there. Okay, I'm sure I got something wrong, but we're good. Alright. What is he again? He's not Piarco Center. What is he again? Piarco Radar. Piarco Radar Caribbean 402, ready for push and start.
402, stand by 1, aircraft taxi in right to left.
Roger, Caribbean 402.
Western Global 48 Tango back in cockpit.
Western Global 48 Tango, Roger, welcome back.
Alright.
Eagle 1339, proceed direct Elopo.
Proceed direct Elopo, Eagle 139.
So. Cash, I'll check that when I get a chance. Do. Yeah, this. I'm telling you, I haven't flown a
Prince 402, push and start as approved. Face west, report of taxi.
push and start approved. Face west. Report ready for taxi. Caribbean 402. All right, so let's go. What? Okay, so let's go here. All right, let's see if my brain works. One half the battle. I love that. All right. So far, so good. We'll go.
Caribbean 1925, request descent.
Do.
Caribbean 1925, descend flight level 250.
We'll go.
Descent level 250, Caribbean
Continuous.
1925.
Apparently, I'm not gonna get turned in any direction. So.
Lacer 5592 from Alpha 1, continue taxi holding point Bravo 3, runway 10 via Bravo, and clear to cross runway 10 from Alpha 1.
Sorry, we are clear to cross 10 from Alpha 1, continue Bravo.
Oh my gosh, I cracked
runway
myself
10
up.
for Lacer 5592.
Alright, so let's go here. We'll go here. We'll go here.
Tanzania 1
Taxi lights on.
overhead. Zapata, you can contact Julian approach 128.905. I'll see you in a minute.
Alright, so what I'm laughing about is the fact that
Over to you, Julian.
I was looking down from a weird position to
I'll just repeat the frequency, sorry. Oh,
to turn the fuel valve on, and I hit
So
this belt
128.905.
cutout. I have no idea what it means, so I guess we'll just figure out. So we weren't able to turn west, so we're just gonna have to. Well, let's see here. How about we'll just get ourselves moving here to the west, and we'll pretend like we got.
Trans 1925, I have a reroute for you. Advisory to copy.
Ready to copy 1925.
Caribbean 1925, proceed direct Zapata, that is Zulu, Papa, Alpha, Tango, Alpha, rest of the flight plan remains.
And then we'll just pretend we got pushed this way.
Proceed to Zapata and rest unchanged Caribbean 1925.
It's gonna be a beautiful view on the way over because we get the Venezuelan coastline the entire way on the left side. It's gonna be great.
Caribbean 1925, descent across Zapata, flight level 130.
Now we can pretend we just got pushed this way.
Descent to cross Zapata
So.
at 130 at Caribbean 1925.
And Piarco radar, Caribbean 402, ready for taxi.
Trans 402, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 10 via Whiskey Alpha.
Holding point Alpha 1, runway 10 via Whiskey Alpha for Caribbean 402. Alright, so now let's get our charts fired up here, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go. Departure. And we want our pinned charts. Got my airport. I got my approach chart just in case we need to come back. I got the 10 RNAV approach. In the that is not what I was looking for. That is not what I was looking for. Departure. Right? Pinned. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Gotcha. Okay. Operator error. Alright, holding point Alpha 1 via Whiskey Alpha. Okay, cool. So, it's probably a halfway decent chance I'm the most confused person here.
Eagle flight 1339, when ready, descent across Ilopo, flight level 130.
Cash Collins is airborne. Cash, are you flying out of Piarco as well?
Ready descent to flight level 130, Eagle 139.
Any other stations holding, I got disconnected temporarily.
Roger that, no worries.
Alright. So I think we're listening to probably a future airline pilot right there, that kid. It's pretty awesome. Is he going to give me an intersection departure?
The Alpha Caribbean Airlines 554, QNH 1009.
Well, that makes two of us.
11 requesting push and start.
Caribbean 554 push and start is approved. Reported taxi.
Push and start approved for the taxi Caribbean 554.
Sir 5592, fly runway heading clear for takeoff runway 10, winds 120 at 15 knots.
Flight runway heading.
I generally have no problem flying. It's just when I used to fly this airplane basically every day, and I didn't need a checklist for this plane, but I needed a checklist for like the Arrow. But now.
Galapagos 7304, we are ready for push and start.
What's goofy is if you get the start screwed up, you're kind of
push and
stuck.
start is approved. Face west on Romeo, reported for taxi. QNH at reset is
So, let's see what's
1012.
going on.
QNH 1012, we're clear for push and start.
So I think what's happening is that
on Romeo, Galapagos 7304.
Eagle
So
133,
I think what's happening is that even though
Eagle 139 descending 130.
this is supposed to be the next leg is this one right here, my leg that we're flying. Everybody's still flying into St. Martin because that's just what everybody does. Whoopsie. And this is what happens when you're not paying attention. Alright. I was checking my charts, not checking where I'm going. Heading to Miami, testing the assessment, logic, and planning. Roger that. His name is Jaden. Yeah, his microphone is a little loud. Might also be the voice too, though. I gotta get myself, on the straight and narrow here. What do I got left here?
Green 402, looks like you need a breathalyzer, man.
A firm. Got one on me. Let's make sure everything's alright here.
Caribbean's 1925, overhead, apart taking contact, Juliana approach, 128 decimal 95.
Overhead Zapata, contact approach on 128.95, Caribbean Airlines 125. Bye-bye.
Not making myself look real good so far, yeah.
Eagle 1339, overhead Ilopo, you can contact Juliana approach, 128 decimal 95.
128 decimal 95 after Ilopo, Eagle 139.
Alright, let's see here. Let's go LNAV, VNAV. There's no not gonna be.
You can continue taxi, holding point Bravo 3, runway 10 via Bravo, clear to cross runway 10 at Alpha 1.
Clear to cross 10 at Alpha 1 to Bravo 1, short 10 for Caribbean 402.
Sir 55992, safe passing altitude.
Alright, let's see here. Dun dun dun, we gotta get our lights on. Come on. Alright.
Sir 55992, at any flight, continue flying flight level 3602 and right direct to McGear.
Runway is clear.
Climb 360, on Drive 13.
Yeah, that's Bradley. I know him.
Western Cargo 48 Tango.
And frankly, he's right. I did seem
flight level 130.
like I needed
Descent 130 to go to
like I needed a breathalyzer.
Flight Tango.
You know, I always forget about the fact, or I never really think about the fact that, I mean, these are not single pilot airplanes, you know, and it is sort of silly that we try to fly them this way. You know? But it's also a lot of fun. All right. So, yeah, phraseology in the U.S. is way different. I mean, theoretically, it really shouldn't be, right? The one thing that gets me is GA phraseology in the UK. It's like with like basic service and all this nonsense.
Good afternoon,
just way too complicated.
So to gate 14, ready to pick up for Juliana, negative 8.
It's 456 Curacao, good evening.
So everybody's going to...
1009,
everybody's going to
flight plan, route climb, flight level 350, squawk.
I have a feeling I might get pretty lonely on my way over to Curacao. Maybe I should change my flight plan and just go up to...
Alright, Caribbean Airlines 456, WKMH 1009, and clear to Juliana via flight plan route, climb to flight level 350 and 6071 in the box for Caribbean 456.
And 456, we back up, report already pushing, sir.
We'll go, 456.
We should change my flight plan up to Juliana, like everybody else.
Galapagos 7304, taxi holding point Foxtrot, runway 12 via Romeo.
Alright, trim is set.
Taxi holding point Foxtrot via Romeo, Galapagos 7304.
The operator, good day, LC 630 with you. We're at flight level
go.
150, top of, full climb is 250, inbound at low post 7.8 miles.
LC 630, the operator, good evening. Continue climb flight level 250, proceed direct taxi.
Alright, traffic is on.
Roger, climb 250 and proceed direct cut.
Yeah, Kasky.
LC 630 might need a phonetic on that, please.
Okay, final approach course looking clear.
Yeah, it's going to be Kilo Alpha Sierra Kilo India. It should be in your flight plan.
Alright, so let's get a look up top here. This is all looking
Roger,
good.
here with me. We'll proceed
And
there.
one battery's looking good. These are all
LC 630.
on. Taxi light can come off.
The Alpha Caribbean Airlines 554 requesting
all looking good.
That's 554, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 10 via Zulu Alpha.
Research fans are on auto. These are all on off.
Wind 402, flight runway heading on departure. Clear for takeoff from runway 10, wind 12015 knots.
Runway heading on departure. Clear for takeoff. Runway 10, Caribbean 402. Alright, let's go. Auto throttle on.
Air France 6767 requesting descent.
Alright, this is the part that I can actually do.
Air France 7, sorry. Air France 6767, descend across Ilopo, flight level 130.
Let's get moving here.
Descend to cross Ilopo 130, Air France 6767.
Aussie 630 is confirmed, going direct to
You know, that's a good question about the stars. Probably there's a lot more dense airspace. I mean, if you're in more complex airspace or denser airspace in the U.S. There's plenty of stars, but there's also a lot of places that don't have any.
Thank you for great service. Have a good day.
Bye.
Auto throttle armed VNAV is set.
So that's Blue 7304 from Foxtrot, clear for the backtrack on line up, runway 12, report ready.
Runway heading east side,
Clear
we're
for
all set.
runway 12, report ready, Galapagos 7304.
Alright. Heading indicator checks with the runway number. Go 50% N1. And they're stabilized. Oh, I don't have my flaps set, do I?
Delta 19970 operator, good evening,
Okay,
good afternoon. Continue. For now, maintain that altitude. I have an aircraft coming down on the same airway, so I'll give you high in a moment.
So, there we go. This is what happens when you don't fly very often. There's V1. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, I know.
Last station calling, reduce 0 by 5. Clear 554, continue to ask people on point Bravo 3, runway 10 via Bravo, clear to cross runway 10 Alpha 1.
Continue Bravo 3 via Bravo, cross runway 10 Alpha 1.
Change. And we'll come here. Turn those off, and we'll gear up here. Oh, we're not making a good start of it yet.
Alright, Delta 197, turn right heading 200
yeah,
and
Captain, I'm used to
397.
flying Barons right now.
200 and 330.
Alright. Feeling alive. 2500 climbing. He didn't give me an altitude.
200 on the heading and 290 on the 390.
So what I'm going to do is just make sure that
Caribbean 402, safe passing altitude.
Coming through 3,500 Caribbean 402.
Caribbean 402, turn right, direct McGear.
Right, direct McGear, Caribbean 402. Alright, let's see
After
here.
5592, radio services terminated, you can switch advisory frequency 122 decimal, have a safe flight.
Let's go and there we go.
Red 554, flying on heading set to take off from a 10, winds at the ARCO, 12015 knots.
Set take off runway 10, flying runway heading up to departure, Caribbean Airlines 554.
Air France 6767.
Oh, they would have already told you about the flaps. I gotta get back to flying. I haven't been.
Thanks very much. Goodbye. And 456, ready to push.
Bank angle.
That's 456, push and start as approved for your south. Report
I haven't been flying in so long. I mean, this airplane anyway.
Delta 19997, you can turn left direct Alpha November uniform.
Cabin is pressurizing.
Galapagos 7304, runway 12 ready for departure.
Galapagos 7304, only 12 clear for takeoff, winds are variable, 3 knots.
We got one thing going, right? 6,500 climbing 10. Still don't think he's giving me
Galapagos 7304.
Yes, clear for takeoff, runway 12, the winds are variable.
Well, he did clear me up to altitude, so.
Alright, take away clearance for takeoff runway 12, Galapagos 7304.
You did clear me up to
JetBlue
340.
I'm sorry, JetBlue 2260, are you on frequency?
Go ahead for JetBlue 2260.
JetBlue 2260, squawk item for me, please.
Well, that was a little bit iffy.
JetBlue 2660, radar, sorry, 2260, radar identified, flight level 370, proceed on.
Course, JetBlue 2260.
What's not iffy is how beautiful.
Passage 3200, 554.
Current 554, identified, continue climb flight level 210, passing 4,100 feet to left direct Goudas.
How beautiful Piarco is. The island of Trinidad is just gorgeous flying out of here. There's 10,000. Didn't even bother doing this side. Look how gorgeous that is. So, let's see here. All right. Set that up. Off.
Flight 5729, the operator, good evening. Continue climb flight level 350 on course.
Alright, engine start switches off.
Galapagos 7304, passing 2300.
Galapagos 7304, radar identified, continue climb flight level 360 as filed.
Alright, I'm turning seatbelts off here, I think.
Galapagos 7304.
So.
Piarco radar, good afternoon, or good evening. Delta 8843.
Delta 8843, Piarco radar, good evening.
Good evening, yes sir, we're on the ground at Lee Rosette. Requesting clearance out to Curacao.
Delta 8843, Rosette QNH is 1012, send Curacao via the left 2 Fox departure flight plan, route climb flight level 320, squawk 6033.
Squawk 6033, clears in the Curacao airport via the select
Okay, we got Curacao Tower. That's good.
And squawk 3033, maintain 320, QNH 1012.
And just confirm squawk code is 6033.
6033.
Alright, Delta 843, we're back here. Report already pushing start.
Copy that. We're about ready to push start here. 6033 is the squawk code.
I'm sorry, Delta 8843, pushing start is approved. Report already for taxi.
Great for taxi. Copy that. Delta 8843.
And Caribbean 456 already stuck.
Alright.
Current 456, taxi holding point Alpha 1 on a 10 via Zulu.
Gosh.
Alpha 110 visual Alpha for Caribbean 456.
I felt goofy there for a while. Yep. But we're good. Climb to 160 for 340.
2260, top of the set.
JetBlue 2260, descent flight level 130.
130, JetBlue 2260.
So let's see here. Get out our. Let's load up the charts here. So he'll be handing us off to. I guess there's no coverage out here.
Piarco radar, it's a Zoo X709. Good afternoon. Flight level 2, 3, climbing to flight level 3.
Azul is 709,
So-
Pion Corridor, good evening, identified, continue 360, direct Iluri.
See, we're gonna be out of coverage here. There's Jason heading up to
Azul A79, activate notification.
yes, yeah, everybody's going to
Continue to flight 36. Continue to
everybody's going to Juliana. Let's see what we got for live traffic here. Yeah, there's only a couple people coming in. Sort of a little disappointing, actually, that more people aren't joining this leg. It is a great flight.
W2260, QNH at Argyle 1010. Would you be able to accept the RNAV approach 1804 via Lanao?
Yep, we have the RNAV from Lanao set up for W2260.
W2260, perfect. So descent at 3,000 feet, and from Lanao, cleared for the RNAV approach 1804, QNH at Argyle 1010.
Cool.
3,000 feet from Lanao, clear for the RNAV for 04 for JetBlue 2260.
'21 climbing 34. Let's see here. Why are we climbing to 34? Because he told us to, that's why. I don't really like that as a reason, though. It should be nice. I mean, it should be a dusk arrival, I would think.
The operator, good afternoon. Caravan 489 on Mike Alpha request.
So let's see here.
Alright, Caravan 489 Mike Alpha, don't see a flight plan for you.
Caravan 489 Alpha, we have VFR departed from Le Frontier, currently in the south shore of Guadalupe at 3,700 and request to transition the class Delta to the north towards San Bart.
Alright, could you go ahead and file a flight plan for me, please? I wouldn't be able to do for you, unfortunately. It's not like in the US.
Rock Azul, flight plan 10, coordinate number.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
456 for the flying Alpha 1, second for link.
Train 456, continue taxi 11 Bravo 3, runway 10 via Bravo, clear to cross runway 10 Alpha 1.
Absolutely
Cross
gorgeous.
10 Alpha 1, Bravo 3 for 10 for Captain 456.
Let's see here. So theoretically, he should have handed me off by now, but
Tiago radar C630, top of descent.
let's see.
Oh, D630,
Yeah, I saw that.
descend flight level 100.
Heading up to St. Vincent, no?
C630.
So now the question is, what do we talk about for the next hour? Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got 2158 Zulu. So we got another hour. It's actually not that much of a... Not that much of a... It should be an... I think block time was 150. But I tell you what, the thing that I think where
554, when ready, descend 3000.
2024 kills 2020 is views like this. I mean, the kind of that light haze in the distance just looks so good. Looks so good. So I'm glad, and I like the greens better in place in 24. It's like the color, the whole color palette.
To the system, so you can switch advice frequency 1 to the decimal flight.
122.8 for Caribbean 402. Thanks a lot for your help. Have a good day. All right, so that means
Caribbean 456 will be ready upon Bravo.
Go ahead.
That means we have no more friends. We have no friends. This is unbelievable. So what do we got? Is there anybody following us out here? That was like the worst departure in history, by the way. So 26 climbing 340. And that's that, kids. You can see everybody heading north. Everybody's heading north. There's some traffic out of Guadalupe. I think he's heading down to Curacao. Fort de France. That's one of my favorite approaches in this area. That is a beautiful approach into Fort de France. Barbados is alive. Look at St. Martin. Let me turn the Volanta traffic off. So this is all VATSIM traffic. Is everybody arriving or everybody leaving? There's some people leaving. Yeah, but Fort Juliana is kind of the big thing. Who's this down here? That's gonna be a haul. Yeah, man. I do have you guys. Do have some friends. So this is looks like there's a bunch of people coming down from Miami, including Captain Hughes. Where's Captain Hughes? Let's see here. Alright, so this is the guy that took off ahead of me. MD-83. Alright. So don't know what that was all about. So there we go. Coming up on 290. Pressurizing. I mean, looking good. Cash Collins. Let's see. Added updated ARAC waypoints. Looks good. Hey, Marcel. What's going on? How you doing? Yaroslav, how you doing? What's going on? We're gonna have a nice little. This. So this is an event. Actually, this is a VATSIM event, which is why I decided to hop in and do this tonight. So the first leg they're doing 4 legs. They did San Juan to Juliana, then they did Havana up to Bahamas to whatchamacallit, the main airport in the Bahamas, which is escaping me right now. Let me see. Let me look it up. Nassau. Then the third leg is this one, which is kind of like, I guess, the least popular, it seems. And then after this, I forget which one they're doing. But to me, this is the I mean, I was gonna do the first one to Juliana, but that's so everybody does Juliana, so I figured it would be more interesting to do something like this. VATSIM is great. I mean, the controllers are really, really good. The last leg is Kingston, Jamaica, over to Dominican Republic. That's going to be after this one. So it's kind of cool. I mean, they set up basically 4 2-hour legs. And I'm doing the third of the 4. So, yeah, absolutely. So, I love VATSIM. VATSIM's some cool stuff, especially in the Caribbean. Like the VATSIM controllers in the Caribbean really know their region very, very well. Like it's all like, if you don't know the visual reporting points and stuff, like they're very big on like real world kind of real world ops and real world comms. It's really pretty cool. 320, we're getting there. What's gonna be really fun is trying to watch me trying to land this thing. That's gonna be really fun. So, 1 hour on the nose. So what's everybody else up to on a Saturday evening besides watching me fly poorly? Oopsie. Getting up into the haze. 1,000 to go. $1,000 to go. This is Venezuela. Ash, remember when this country was in the news about 2 weeks ago? There's been a lot, or about 2 months ago. There's been a lot going on since then, huh? Yep. So, I would almost rather keep climbing, get up above all this, but alright, there we are. 340. I'm gonna wait, Cash, just because I don't want anything goofy to happen to me. Let me see, because I don't have test my risk logic down there. I don't have whatchamacallit, Discord open right now. So let me see, we've got just over half hour to top of descent. Let's see, you're at home tomorrow, meet my friends for the day after I have sim you got a sim check tomorrow? Wow, I'm taking a written test on Monday, an FAA written test. And I'll tell you what it's for after I take it. Should be interesting. I haven't taken a written test in 5 years. Last time I took a written was for my instrument in 2020. No, probably 2019, as a matter of fact. So, let's see what we got in here. We've got the Alright, I mean, I sometimes think like especially long haul pilots, like what do they talk about during long haul flights? But at least you actually have somebody sitting next to you. Hey, what's going on now, FYI? What's going on? Yeah, Marcel, that new the shaders tool is awesome. I really, really like that. It's gonna make things a lot easier. RNP10 or 11 rather. So let's see, there's nothing interesting about this approach. Just your standard T approach, 6 nautical miles. So hopefully we'll be able to get this one knocked out here. Hey, yours, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. I will do my best to keep up the good work. It's funny, I was actually planning on streaming on Wednesday and on Friday, but I had both days I had videos that were doing really well, so I just kind of decided not to interrupt myself. And so hence I'm sort of goofy on this flight because I didn't get a chance to do a practice flight. I haven't flown this plane in probably, I don't know, probably a couple months anyway. Your 580 was in the wrong slot. That's why. We talk about cars, women, food, and holidays, and then we bitch about management. Yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds about right. Oh man, but you're medium haul, right? Like mid-range flights with the 320 and the 737. How are you liking the 737, by the way? Whoops. Yeah. I know. I just hit the trim with my chair. But like there's this guy I follow on Instagram, and he's like, I don't know, probably 24 and flying a 777 for United. And he flies, like long haul. I can't imagine sitting, 13 hours, 14 hours. That's a different breed of pilot. It really is. But the 777's got to be a kind of a cool place to sit for 13, 14 hours, though. What is that little outcropping right there? That is... Let's see, what is that? We are over top right now. Oh, we're over top of Margarita Island. This is a cool... That's a cool approach into this runway down here. That is a cool approach. This is a really big holiday destination in Venezuela. It's unbelievable how good type rated 777 787. That's wild. And I'm assuming you got the type rating for a while. Yeah, the guy And what I meant to say is I'm assuming you have the type rating for a reason. My assumption is that you're a long haul pilot for somebody. But yeah, I've been following this kid since he was in college, and that's Margarita Island, and then he went up to Alaska to get his 1500. And then he's been flying for United for a couple of years now. He did one of the funniest things I've ever seen somebody do on... this is just like a wild idea. So what he did was he played with his schedule to see how fast he could fly around the world. Like literally around the entire globe. In real life, of course. And by the way, 777 rating for 36. So, you're going to be flying that for the next 30 years, ready for departure. That's pretty awesome. North Africa and back, that's got to be a lot of fun. I've done some flying. I've actually been to North Africa in real life, but I've done some flying into North Africa in the sim. And... Or across Africa for that matter, and the scenery is just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. But yeah, I wish we could get back to some normalcy on planet Earth. Wouldn't that be nice? $184 nautical miles. It'd be nice to get back to some normalcy on the planet and not like utter chaos every minute. Sort of what it feels like right now. So about 1,000 miles that way is San Juan. Up over there, that is... I'm going to be your tour guide for now for a little bit here. What we got coming up now? That is... There's some really cool islands. Some really cool islands in this part of the world. But really like small, kind of not very inhabited islands. So that right there is Isla de Tortuga Island. And then... Let's see, and then we'll see, we might be able to see Los Roques, which is a really cool island. Oh, that right there is Isla de Blanquilla. And yes, I have the worst accent in the world in Spanish. As if I had to explain that. So... wonder how many people are out flying this route right now. Probably not too many. Okay, we got some ATC coming up, which is good. This is what I love seeing. I love seeing the Caribbean full of ATC and traffic. This is such a great place to fly. That's also pretty cool right there. Restricted airspace. That is a national park over there. Let's see what this guy's up to. Ah, it looks like there's some buddies flying together. We'll give them a like. And yeah, so Los Roques is up here. This is us. Los Roques is a beautiful airport. That is gorgeous out there. Let's see what we got here. And I don't know if you guys use Volanta, but I love being able to share pictures and like see pictures of what other people are doing. It's cool stuff. Once we get within 100 nautical miles here of top of descent, we can start looking at weather and so on and so forth. I thought about flying the ATR. So the ATR is getting a nice update in Sim Update 5. Unfortunately, they never preview the updates for the aircraft. Whenever they do aircraft updates with Sim updates, which they always do, they never preview those updates during the beta, and I don't quite understand why, because it would seem like a good idea to to have those planes kind of given the once over. But and there's two airports on one airport right there. There's one airport right there, and I'm guessing neither of them can take a 777 or a 737, but basically see the runway right there. But yeah, there's gonna be a great update for the ATR in Sim Update 5, which I'm really looking forward to. Captain OK, what's going on? We are we're on our way to Curacao from Trinidad. Let me show you here where we are. Yeah, the A220 that seems like a kind of a neat airplane. I've never been on one. So I'll give you a big picture here. There's US, there's South America, there's us. And this is the MD-83 that took off before us. What is he making over the ground here? I don't even know what I'm making over the ground. He is doing 428 knots ground speed. Either we've got a decent wind, or yeah, I'm catching him. I'm catching him slowly but surely. I'm doing 441 ground speed. The Fokker 100 and the A220. The one plane that I don't think got nearly enough love in the sim is especially the V2 update of the CRJ. And I mean, I sort of understand why it doesn't get much love, because it just doesn't, especially from, a lot of simmers with no VNAV, and no auto throttle for that matter. A lot of people don't really gravitate towards that kind of, basic, I guess you could call it, airplane. But I think I love the CRJ. I think it's a great airplane. What else am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to when the when the Embraers are finally released in full, like the 170, the 175, 190, 195, those are great airplanes. I've talked to a couple pilots that fly those in real life, and they have nothing but good things to say about those planes. We flew because a lot of the flights into the islands out of Miami with American Airlines are with the Embraers, 175s and 195s. And I tell you what, for a small airplane, or smallish airplane, the Embraers are super comfortable. Man, those are like way more comfortable than a CRJ, for example. But I was in Miami, and I was talking to the guy who had flown us in there out of Anguilla in the ERJ, and he said he was about to upgrade to the he's about to upgrade to the 737, and he was a Embraer captain, and he was about to upgrade to 737 first officer, and he said he was really gonna miss the Embraer. So those are some cool airplanes, and I guess they're in pretty decent shape in the sim, but they aren't like full release yet. But honestly, I think the sweet spot for what I like doing in the sim is really like, I think the ATR is really kind of the sweet spot. It's fast enough to travel. It's a relatively big boy airplane. Very capable airplane. I have a friend of mine who flies one for Caribbean Airlines, as a matter of fact, and I have some really interesting conversations with him about that, because it's flying. As some of you here knows, the ATR is going to come in June. No, I'm not happy to hear that. They were saying Sim Update 5. 757 is going to be sweet. Yeah, that one, that thing, it's kind of wild that it's taken that long. I mean, what is it? Blue something? I forget what the name of the developer is. Something Blue or Blue something. But they no, it says Sim Update 5 is getting, or the ATR is getting updated with Sim Update 5, so I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, Bob. But that 757 has been in development for years. Yeah, tons of people are waiting for the Dash 8. Tons of people are waiting for the Dash 8. I don't know enough about like the differences between the Dash 8 and the ATR. I just like that kind of class of airplane, that sort of short haul twin turboprop. It's a cool plane. I love the ATR. Really love the ATR. All right, there's 100 miles to top of descent. Everything looking clean up here. My passenger's sweating to death. It's perhaps a bit warm. But let's get a look at the weather here. Weather in Curacao currently is, let's see, ATIS is VATSIM ATIS information Juliet 2100. So we're going to get another update before we get there. Transition level, flight level 40, which is weird. because flight levels don't start to 18 as far as I'm concerned. 100 at 10 knots. Clouds few at 2200. Temperature 30, dew point 24, altimeter QNH 1009. All right. So, looking kind of good here. I guess what we can do, we can start thinking about math. Who wants to do some math? Not me. But runway 11. What are we doing? Viewer +5, flaps 30. Yeah, plenty. As a bus driver, I really miss study. Yes, there's only a couple Airbuses that I find interesting. And the A330 is a cool airplane. The A350 is a cool airplane. The 320's all right. I just don't get all excited about the 319, 320, 321 family. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. I could have also been, let's see, what we got? Prosva. Let's see here. Let's do something that we should have been doing all along. Which is POSVA 11.3, 11.1. Pretty close. Pretty close. Alright, so let's see. Alright, let's look at the approach again. I have high hopes for the ATR update, Bob. I think it's going to be good. Alright, it is... Why are you doing this to me? Why do you make my life difficult? Oh, maybe I don't have... Maybe I didn't pin my chart because I hadn't selected it yet. RNP 11. So, let us see. Hey, Mitch, what's going on? You know, that's an excellent question. I've actually been thinking about exactly... I was thinking about that today. I'm so grateful that you asked. Speaking of gratitude, I'm really glad that you asked me about that because I was literally thinking about doing a follow-up to that video today. It's funny because I've got, like, I mean, everybody does, right? Everybody's got crazy stuff going on in life. One of the things I'm finally starting to figure out is that you at least I kind of go through life thinking that, like, okay, once we get this figured out, or once we get past this point, everything's going to be good. Everything's going to be smooth. And something always comes up, you know? And just recently, like, my wife and I were going, I mean, for the last year and a half, we've just been going through a lot of stuff. And we were just getting to a point where I thought, like, everything's going to be really cool. Like, ironed out, like, pretty much all the big things that we needed to iron out. And then about 2 weeks ago, rug got pulled out from under me, like, in a big way. And, you know, and the kind of one of the things that I was thinking about is that, like, life still goes on, right? You know, if you had told me 3 weeks ago that what happened to me 2 weeks ago was going to happen, I would have probably freaked out. And it just, you know, it's like, meh. I mean, it's life. It's not ideal, but it's going to be okay, you know? And, let's see, 2,500. Well, but anyway, I just, I guess I'm kind of at the point where I just, like, there's always going to be stuff going on. And I need to kind of get out of the mindset that, like, once, the idea that, like, once this is over, everything's going to be fine. And everything is going to be fine. Like, I'm healthy. My wife is healthy. Like, we're, you know, it's nothing like that. But anyway, to answer your question in a brief manner, yes, I was actually thinking about doing another gratitude video. I was thinking about that today. And the thing is, what I was thinking about, and I guess I'll give you a preview of my thought, is it's like, I'm not, like, by nature the world's most optimistic human being. But I've really tried to work on being grateful and appreciative for what I do have, because I have it way better than 98% of the people on planet Earth, right? Like, there, you know, what is it? There's like 1 billion people on planet Earth that live on less than $1 a day, you know? And that's like a kind of existence that I can't even conceive of. And so in the grand scheme of things, I really don't have anything to complain about. You know, but the other thing is that all things are relative, right? So, like, what any of us are dealing with is the biggest thing for you, and it doesn't minimize it because it's might not be that big a deal for somebody else. But it's not somebody else's life; it's your life. But what I've been thinking to myself the last couple of weeks after kind of my rug pull was that, and I will talk about what happened. I'm pretty sure. Is that it's easy to have a good attitude, and it's easy to be positive about life when things are going generally the way you expected them to go. But if you can't still have a good attitude about life when things aren't going well, then I don't think you really had a good attitude to begin with. You know, it's easy to be positive when things are going well. It's easy, you know, and you know, let's see. Let's go 114. But yeah, you know, there are people in the world with bigger problems than I have. Let's put it that way. But my life was considerably simpler 2 weeks ago than it is today. But whatever. Alright, final approach course 114. Glad slope intercept is at 2,000. I didn't even safely dial that in. Well, we're gonna get altitudes from ATC. So Bonax is where ATC starts. Back up again. Decision altitude is 580. So yes, Mitch, I am gonna do some stuff like that. But, you know, it's funny because I keep thinking to myself, like, at some point I have to run out of performance videos to do, right? You know. Hey, I appreciate that. You know what? I mean, like I said, it's a hiccup, but it's all gonna be okay. You know. We have a good friend of ours that we hadn't talked to in a while, and we reached out to them a couple months ago just to see how things were going, and he's got leukemia. Like, that's the kind of stuff that, you know, that's a serious problem. My problems aren't that serious. You know, what did I say the minimums were? 580. You know, so, and who knows? I mean, maybe this is going to be the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, the thing is like I've had the most, like, stable I've had the most stable kind of uneventful life for the last 20 plus years. And I look back and think about look back at the things that I thought were problems back then, and they just weren't, you know. But like I said, my wife and I are healthy. We are. I mean, there's a lot of people in the world with bigger problems than I have. That's for darn sure. Let's see. Airport elevation is effectively 0. MSA 2300. Alright, VGSI and descent angle not coincident. LNAV, VNAV, minimum temperature 0 degrees Celsius. Aircraft on a visual approach runway. Right hand downwind 11. See, this is the thing. West of what? I have no idea what you're talking about. Before turning base at a minimum circuit altitude. Aircraft on a visual approach to maintain PAPI glide path. That's a pretty good idea. So we're going to be Mirax right turn 6 miles to Taleb. And in we go. 2,500 down to 2,000 glide slope intercept. Visual descent point. That's what the V is. Who wants to know about visual descent points? Everybody does. So visual descent point is the point at which, if you have the runway or the runway environment in sight by the visual descent point, which is 1.9 nautical miles to the threshold of runway 11, if you have the runway environment in sight by then, you can make a normal descent and landing. If you have to level off, obviously at 580, and if you catch visual or get visual with the runway after 1.9, then you have to make a steeper than normal descent. So that's just what that means. I suppose I could probably do some calculating here. Top of descent in 1.3 miles. All right, let's see. All right, so fuel. Let's go 10.2 9.4 at the destination. Right now we got 10.2, so that's 0.8. That's nice and easy. 135.0. I don't know if I have to put the 0.0, but I will. We'll put that 143 knots. Plus 5. And let's see. Yes, sir. That's my wake up call from 127.1. Let's see here, 127.1. Sort of asleep on that one. I was talking too much. I do that sometimes. 127.1. Let's see here. No, come on. Don't be goofing around with me, now. Alright, and what is he called?
Curacao Terminal 119.8. Have a good landing. Bye-bye.
TNCC
Curacao Terminal at 119 or decimal 8. So thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Curacao Control. Alright. Curacao Control, good evening. Caribbean 402, flight level 34. Actually, we're descending through 300 on the arrival.
Caribbean 402, Curacao Control, hello. Radar contact inbound Bonex, descending to flight level 300. You're clear for the Bonex 1 Bravo arrival, descend to flight level 250.
Alright, we're cleared for the Bonex 1 Bravo arrival, descend 250 for Caribbean 402. See, I knew he was going to give me altitude restrictions in the way, which is why I shouldn't have set my...
Condor 8971, when ready, descend flight level 250.
But that's alright.
When ready, will descend flight level 25.
Let me see here. Gosh, it's beautiful up here. All right, so what we got? All right, we're good.
And Caribbean 402, you can go ahead and contact Curacao Terminal 119.8. Have a good landing. Bye-bye.
119.8 for Caribbean 402. Thanks for your help. Have a good evening. All right, let's go. 119.8. I forgot who he told me this was. Curacao Terminal, I believe he said. 119.8. I gotta figure out, let's see. Curacao Terminal, Caribbean 402, descending through flight level 270 for 250.
Caribbean 402, Curacao Terminal, good evening. You're identified. You can continue descent via the Bonex 1 Bravo arrival. Expect the ILS approach runway 11. Juliet is current.
Juliet is current, and I have the ATIS, and continue on the descent for the Bonex 1 Bravo arrival, Caribbean 402. So now, cleared me for the arrival, so the arrival goes down to 3,000. I told him I have Juliet. That was somewhat of a lie. Hopefully he's not watching this. Oh gosh, 1009. Alright. That's Los Roques right there. It's a cool, that is a cool little approach. Like a tiny little island. And they call these islands the ABC Islands, but they're actually CAB. What is it? ACB. It's Aruba, Curacao, then Bonaire. Which by my yeah, the oil fields are really cool. By my alphabet is ACB, not ABC. But anyway, so before I get talking too much again, just make sure that we're. So one thing that can really goof me up on 737 approaches, or any jet approach for that matter, is just get. And it seems I think the Airbuses manage descent sort of a little bit cleaner than the Boeings do. I mean, I found myself high unexpectedly with the Boeing a couple times. And yeah, you are ready for one of my magical approaches. We'll see how we do here. Which reminds me, I'm glad you said that. Let's see here. One thing I do not like is when I don't get the 40 call out. I need the 40 call out. Otherwise, I hit the ground hard. Generally speaking, anyway. Where are... I forget where those are. Aircraft. Displays. Yeah, maybe it's through here. Nope. Let's see. Is it here? Yes, it's here. Which doesn't make any sense. Why would it be in equipment? 2,500. Yeah, the 40 call out is on. Okay. I need the 40 call out. I need all the help I can get. Alright, let's see. We're doing good on descent here. Alright. So de-icing is good. Landing altitude is set. Oh, there we go. That's good. Recall is good. Alright, minimum. Oh, wait, you know what? We gotta set this to all one and then back to auto, and that should set minimums on the other side. Quickly take a cool look. Down here. There's our destination. Alright. We are on a downwind. So let's see. You know what? I goofed on this. Runway heading is what? I will tell you what I goofed on in a second. There we go. I should have these set for 114. And I should have the heading set for whatever the heading is.
Laser 55902, maintain present heading, descend 2,500 feet, QNH 1009er.
And let's see.
Maintain present heading, descend for 2,500 feet.
And, okay, there we go. There's that. Let me find out what the next frequency I should expect is. 119.8. Okay, so it looks like there is no tower frequency, which is good. That means I don't have to set another frequency or change frequencies again. Alright, let's see. Auto brake. That's why God made checklists. But auto brake 3. Do. Frequency is good. Alright, I think I'm in pretty good shape. So that is... Actually, that's Bonaire. That's not our... I was the one telling you it's the ACB Islands. There's Aruba, Curacao, and then Bonaire. So that's the airport in Bonaire. Good thing I didn't land there. Some really confused passengers if I did. Alright, 2,500. 1,000 or above. Alright. So keep an eye on that.
592, turn right heading 020.
So I keep an eye on that vertical profile.
020 for left
Alright, 14,000. Transition altitude is 4,000. It still blows my mind that this is a flight simulator. I remember FSX. I remember thinking FSX was amazing. And we get to sit here and do this now. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, let's see.
Curacao approach, Shalom, Condor 8971, descending flight level 250, passing flight level 290.
Laser 5592, turn right heading 090, cleared ILS approach, runway 11, report established.
Right heading 090, report established, LS 11 for Lexus 590.
Condor 8971, Curacao Terminal, you're identified. You can continue descent via the Vesca 1 Bravo arrival. Expect the ILS approach, runway 11, information Juliet current.
I just realized something.
And cleared for runway 11 and QNH, say again.
Condor 8971, QNH is 1009er, and you can descend via the Vesca 1 Bravo arrival.
QNH 1009er, descending Vesca 1 Bravo departure. Condor 8971.
And Curacao Terminal, Caribbean 402 request.
Caribbean 402, go ahead.
Caribbean 402, just wondering if I could get the RNAV 11.
Caribbean 402, A firm, you can expect the RNAV approach runway 11.
Roger that, thank you. Because...
At Condor 8907, I'm sorry, I missed information, Juliet, is that right?
Condor 8971, A firm, information, Juliet current.
Because...
Condor 8971.
I have the RNAV loaded. Because there wasn't any ATC when I got started. And so I didn't have the approach. I fly RNAV approaches when I can, simply because I don't have to tune radios.
Emirates 3762, proceed direct TABEB, descend 2,500 feet, QNH 1009er.
And Z-Sim pilot, let me guess, you greased it.
Sorry, say again, the rest?
Descend 2,500 feet, QNH 1009er.
Descending 2,500 feet, QNH 1009, Emirates 3762. Thank you.
Let me guess, Captain Hughes, you greased it, right? You always do, my friend. I find the 777 to be easier to land than the 737. Which you're probably about to find out. Alright, 10,000 descending 3,000.
Approach, hello, Jedi 69er information, Juliet on board, IFR clearance, descent.
You have information, Juliet, on board?
Jedi 69er, Curacao Terminal, good evening. You're cleared to Sangster Airport via Aruba 1 Juliet departure, runway 11, initial climb, flight level 240, squawk 3350.
Why is it on board? Nice, Captain. Yeah, I'm sure.
Heavy cleared to Sangster via the Aruba 1.
I mean, look at this. This blows my mind. Blows my mind.
240 initial, and squawk 3350.
No, this is not the Sim Update 5 beta. I wanted to do it.
Squawk 3350.
I wanted to do the beta, but the PMDGs don't always work in the beta, and I didn't want to find out.
Read back correct. Advise when ready for
I didn't want to find out that something wasn't going to work.
Ready for push and start, Jedi.
So.
Space for 500 to establish on the look lights.
05592, Roger. The wind 090 degrees 10 knots. Runway 11, clear to land.
Alright.
Here, runway 11, so look at the center.
This is when your captain starts getting nervous. Especially this captain. There's our destination right there. Our airport. If I remember correctly, this airport has a displaced threshold too. Oh yeah, so anyway, I didn't finish it. So we'll be 140 knots, 750 feet. Pappy on the left-hand side, high-intensity approach light system. Mist is 2,500 direct ERNAP. Minimum's 580. All right. So we are good to go.
Emirates 3762, you're clear for the ILS approach, runway 11 via TABEB.
Cleared for the ILS approach, runway 11.
That's this guy right over here.
Emirates 3762, thank you.
Yeah, it's this guy right here. Yeah, I mean, Flight Sim is just crazy how good this is. And people complain about the weirdest things, in my opinion. Like, the tires don't look right. Who cares? I mean, that's my opinion anyway. Oh man, Mitch, I'll tell you what, I've done 2 check rides in my life. My private pilot check ride and my instrument check ride. And both of them, the night before my private pilot check ride, I was like, there's no way you're going to pass. You shouldn't even bother showing up. And for my instrument check ride, I didn't get much sleep the night before. And we're inside 10 miles to Mayrac. So I'm going to arm the approach. I know you should.
402, maintain present heading, descend 2,500 feet, QNH 1009er.
Present heading, descend 2,500, QNH 1009er, Caribbean 402. And so well, no, I got so.
User 5592, welcome to Curacao. You can vacate right at the end and taxi to gate 1.
Okay, at the end.
Present heading was 299er. See, he did that because there's traffic right here. He's just extending my downwind. But anyway, when I was on my way to, I was driving to my instrument check ride, and I thought to myself, there's no point in even going. There's no point in even going. You know, and I nailed it. So yeah, I mean, it's. Mitch? Are you doing your private pilot's license? Because I'll tell you, like, it's a roller coaster. It really is. You know, so if you have, doubts, if you have a difficult time with it, don't give up, because you're better than you think you are, and everybody has doubts. I think now we're good. I mean, I think doubts are just a part of that stuff.
Caribbean 402, turn right heading 020.
Right heading 020, Caribbean 402. It's just a lot of fun. One thing I would recommend, like, don't...
3762
Emirates 3760, Heavy Roger, the wind 090 degrees, 10 knots, runway 11, clear to land.
Runway 11 is clear to land. Emirates, please.
Don't get caught up in, like, how fast you solo, how fast you get to, cross country, how many hours it takes you. Just the whole point is to be a safe pilot by the time you're done, And a speed intervent here. Go up speed. And I'm complete.
422, proceed direct Tabeb, cleared RMP approach, runway 11, report established.
Cleared direct Tabeb and cleared RMP 11 approach, Caribbean 402. Alright. Oh yeah, I got to go. Alright, so and report established. So let's go laps 1 on the speed brakes here.
Bank angle.
Yeah, it is kind of a crazy bank angle. I have to give you that one. Tabeb is what? Tabeb is 11 miles, so that's good.
Under 8971, proceed direct Tabeb, descend 2,500 feet, QNH 1009er.
This is a little wacky.
Say again, direct, please.
Alright, we're not quite
Under
established yet.
8971, proceed direct Tabeb, Tango Alpha Bravo Echo Bravo.
Direct Tabeb and 2,500 feet, Conda 8971.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And control Caribbean 402. We are established on final.
Caribbean 402, roger, continue approach. Number 2 behind 777 on a 1 mile final.
Continue approach, Caribbean 402. Alright. Eluva is 6 miles and 2,000, correct? Correct.
Curacao Terminal, good afternoon. JetBlue 1970 is ready to copy IFR request.
JetBlue 1970, Curacao Terminal, good evening. You're cleared to San Juan. Scapa 1 kilo departure, runway 11. Initial climb, flight level 240, squawk 3333.
Clear to San Juan via the Scapa 1 kilo departure, runway 11. Initial altitude, flight level 240, squawk 3333. JetBlue 1970.
JetBlue 1970, read back correct. Advise when ready for push and start.
Will advise for ready for push and start. JetBlue 1970.
Number 3762, welcome to Curacao. You can vacate right at the end and taxi gate 5.
Vacate at the end and taxi gate 5. Emirates 3762, thank you.
Jedi 69er, confirm you're calling for push and start.
And affirmative, we're ready for push and start. Jedi 69er.
There we go. That
Jedi
was the
69er,
missing
heavy
piece
roger,
right there.
push and start is approved. Nose facing west, QNH 1009er.
Nose facing west, QNH 1009er, Jedi 69er.
Curacao Terminal, good evening. Sky 3724, gate 2 with information. Juliet requests IFR to San Juan.
5 miles. UF plus 5.
Sky High 3724, Curacao Terminal, good evening. You're cleared to San Juan, Scapa 1 kilo departure, runway 11.
There we
Initial
go.
climb, flight level 240, squawk 3346.
First San Juan via the Scapa 1 kilo departure, runway 11. Initial climb flight level 240, squawk 3346, Sky 3724.
Sky 3724, read back correct. Advise when ready for push and start.
We're actually ready now, Sky 3724.
Yep.
Sky 3724, roger, set squawk 3346.
How windy is it, or am I just really bad?
2346, Sky High 3724.
There's 4 red. That
Caribbean
should be
402, the
lower.
wind 090 degrees 10 knots, runway 11, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 11, Caribbean 402. You can find the runway.
Curacao Hello, it's Flare 521 is descending from 280 for 25 with Juliet.
Flare 521, Curacao Terminal, good evening, you're identified. You can continue your descent via the Acora 1 Bravo arrival. Expect the ILS approach, runway 11, information Juliet current.
Alright, say descend via the Acora 1 Bravo arrival and
Continue.
expect the ILS 11 Flare 521.
What on earth? It is really...
Sky High 3724, stand by, you're number 1 for push, just 1 inbound traffic.
Stand by, Sky High 3724.
It's a lot windier than they said it was going to be. I mean, it's... I've had worse. As anybody who's ever watched me land a plane knows.
Condor 8971, cleared ILS approach, runway 11 via Tabeb.
Cleared ILS approach, runway 11 via Tabeb. Condor 8971.
Okay. I mean, I've had worse.
Caribbean 402, welcome to Curacao. You can vacate at the end and taxi gate 3.
Vacate at the end, gate 3, Caribbean 402. Come on, get moving. I had this happen. Please don't do this and make me sit here on the runway, please. Can you just go? Thank you. I've had this happen before where it just sits there. It just stops and will not move. Which is not good when you got somebody on final behind you. So, any landing you can walk away from, exactly. Oh, man. It was... I mean, for some reason, the last time I flew this plane... and this time, it felt really squirrely. I don't think I've changed my... Oh, you know what? I think somebody told me FS Realistic has been messing with the... I don't know. It just felt very squirrely for that wind. Left more than the right the entire approach. That doesn't help. You know, when you get... I'm going to have to watch that back.
Curacao Terminal, JetBlue 1970, ferry for push.
JetBlue 1970, roger, standby, number 2 for push.
When you haven't flown in a while...
Standing by, JetBlue 1970.
I was definitely had some... a little bit of an over focus issue on airspeed and the glide path. I mean, it was all right, but I've definitely had better landings. I've had worse landings. So let's go. Dun dun dun. Let's go there. Whoopsie, we're gonna be drunk here again. All right. So these go. This comes on. You know, it was a good time. I'm alright with it. What else do I need to do here? Let's go. Flight director's off. Alright, let's see, where is... Where is gate 3? Where is gate 3? That would be good to know. Gate 3 is... Alright.
Sky High 3724 behind the Caribbean 738 taxiing in. Behind you, right to left. Push and start is approved. Facing west. QNH 1009er.
Push and start approved. Behind the 737, face west, QNH 1009er. Sky at 3724.
So we're kind of... Yeah, we're going to be on the other side of this guy. So... You know, it's... I kind of felt like auto throttle wasn't really working the way I was expecting it to, because I've got the setting where it has where it shows the indicators of where your throttles are set on, like right here.
Condor 8971.
And I felt like when I moved the throttles to get it matched up, to get it synced up with the
Condor 8971, roger. The wind 090 degrees, 10 knots. Runway 11, clear to land.
with what the throttle setting was,
11, cleared to land, Condor 8971.
And approach Jedi 6.
that it actually moved the
Jedi 69er heavy,
the throttle.
taxi via Alpha, runway 11.
Alpha runway 11, Jedi 69er.
Oh no, where am I here? That didn't... Alright, here's what you do when you don't know where you're going. Curacao, can you tell me where the gate 3 is? I'm feeling like I don't know here. That was the worst radio call in humans.
402, no problem. You can continue forward for now, and I'll tell you when you have to turn.
Roger that. I thought I had it, but I just got myself a little bit confused. Appreciate it. Caribbean 402.
Caribbean 402, no problem. Right now it's looking like your turret to the left, it's the only gate available between 4 planes.
Roger that. Caribbean 402. And I think I have gate traffic too, which is not going to be helpful because I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's one. Oh, okay, here we go. Now there's 2. And I have traffic.
Caribbean 402 should be your next left here.
Yeah, I got it now. Caribbean 402. Thanks again.
No problem.
So, what I'm going to have to do is really quickly. Where are we? Parked aircraft quantity off. There we go. Now it should only show me. Nope, that didn't do it. That didn't do it. So, anyway, this is the correct gate. Flaps up. Oh, I do that every time. I do that every time. I always yell at myself for that.
JetBlue 1970, pushing stars approved, face west, QNH 1009er.
Pushing star approved for JetBlue 1970.
Alright, let's go there. We'll go park and brake set. If I had a co-pilot, it would make life a lot easier. We'll turn the taxi light off. Go on here, and we'll go there. And we'll go down here. Oh, come on. Do. And we'll cut those.
Under 8971, welcome to Curacao. You can vacate right at Delta and taxi gate 1.
There's that. Well, that was...
Delta and taxi gate.
I mean, it was alright.
Condor 8971.
It was alright. Somewhat chaos. But I had myself a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I'm going to go back and watch that back and see if I can figure out what was going on. That's one of the other things. I don't really enjoy flying planes that I'm not super comfortable with. Like, I really like to understand an airplane, and I just haven't flown this plane in quite a while, and it shows. It shows. I used to fly this plane all the time, and I'm mating apparently with an E190, which is sort of embarrassing. But let me see. Well, that explains if the you know, here, why don't we watch now? This would be interesting.
Jedi 69er, confirm ready for departure.
Jedi 69er, we are ready.
This would be interesting.
Jedi 69er, roger. The wind 090 degrees, 10 knots. Runway 11, clear for takeoff.
Runway 11, clear for takeoff, Jedi.
Interesting. It's working correctly. Interesting. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah. Anyway, the whole idea was to enjoy this lovely flight here into Curacao, which fortunately we did. And oh man, Bob, you can get rusty so fast. It's unbelievable. Especially a plane like this. Like if I had done, let me get off the radio here.
Still static.
Like for example,
Terminal 119.8 have a good landing. Bye bye. 119.8. So American 1.
Let's just set it to some random frequency. Like if you're a little rusty on like a going from like the Piper Warrior to the Bonanza, That's one thing. But I mean, I haven't flown this plane in quite a while, and it's obviously an airplane you can get confused on very quickly. But it was a good flight. I enjoyed it. I am curious why that happened with the and Cash. I've taught you well. Yeah, I'm like the worst. That's the funny part. I'm the worst pilot out of all my followers and viewers. You guys all land planes better than I do. But you know, it's a good time. When we looked down before landing, the right thrust was in idle. Wow. That's odd. Let me see here. I mean, it's weird. Like I said, when I went to sync up the throttle position with the N1, it seemed like the N1 reacted to my throttle when it should have still been an auto throttle. But I don't know if because I hit speed intervent that I was in a different mode than I thought I was, which is entirely possible. But anyway, it was a cool flight, and I'm tempted to do another one, but I have to find out where my wife is. Let's have a look at. Let's get off VATSIM here, and then let's have a look at our landing here. Statistics. Dun, 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 where is it? It doesn't show my landing rate. Or does it show it here? 200. That's not too bad. Not too bad. You know? That's decent. Hey, Cash, believe me, I wish I was the same way, dude. I would love to have I would love to have nothing to do. I mean, I don't mean that in like a negative way towards you. I didn't mean to make it sound that way. I have so much going on right now. I would love to have like not much to worry about and just be able to kind of. It could be, you know, like a year ago, 2 years ago, I used to fly this plane every day. I mean, every day, Monday to Friday. I'd hop on in Miami, fly down to, you know, Juliana. I'd fly down to, you know, Antigua. I'd fly to Guadalupe. I'd fly wherever, you know, and those days are kind of gone for me right now. But so anyway, the next up flight is for this event is from Kingston over to, I believe it's Santo Domingo. But anyway, I'm going to get back in the chat here a little bit. Hey, Airbax, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Yeah, and Airbax FS Clips videos are great. I watch them too. He knows a heck of a lot more about flying than I do. I can tell you that much. Hey, FS Clips, have a good night, man, and we will get together about the podcast at some point. I'm just like I said, I've had a zillion things going on, but thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate it. Always good to see you, and always good to see everybody. Cash, Bob, you guys are great. Appreciate it. Airbax, thanks for coming out. And yours and Mitch and you guys kept me company. I really appreciate it. Who was it who was going to do their private pilot license when they were getting out of the Army? Greetings from Monterrey, Mexico. Cool. I have a friend of mine who spends some time in. Oh, it was Mitch who was asking about the private pilot. Yeah. So when I did the night before my private pilot was, I remember sitting. I remember like it was yesterday. I was sitting in my living room at my old house And I remember just sitting there thinking to myself, you're going to fail. You are going to fail. You know, and I didn't fail. You know, I mean, I don't know, maybe for some people it's, Bob, take it easy. Good to see you, man. You know, maybe for some people it's a breeze, you know, and I don't think the flying part of it was that difficult. But emotionally and mentally it's draining, and you're going to go through periods of inconsistency, especially with landings. And there's going to be times where you're going to think you're the best pilot who's ever lived, and there are going to be periods where you're going to think you're the worst pilot that ever lived, you know, and that's just the way it is with flight training, you know. But the cool thing is, same thing with the private pilot license and instrument rating. When it clicks, you will have a moment where it just clicks, and then you're just going to feel confident. You're going to feel like you know what you're doing. And but it's what I would say is just enjoy the process of doing it, because flight training is a blast. It is so much fun. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to like meet, you know, hours targets. Like, oh, I've got, you know, everybody always says like, how many hours did you have when you soloed? How many hours did you have when you got your license? Don't worry about that stuff. Just enjoy the process, you know, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. It really is. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. But thanks everybody again for coming out. I hope everybody has a good night, and hopefully next time I'll fly a little cleaner. But you guys take care, and I appreciate everybody. Thanks.